This is Chef Mary, and today I'm going to be taking a big risk. I'm going to be making tofu skewers, which I had an idea for the various vegetables to take to this big party I'm going to at 6 o'clock, where they said bring a dish and the chef will throw it on the grill. So I want to make a little sample of it at home so I know that the vegetables that I chose will work. Okay, so this is what I'm making. I'm using these skewers, which I got at a local Japanese market, and the skewers they're very inexpensive, about $2 for 100 of them. I'm going to put cabbage on the skewer, little mini bell peppers. Now, of course, you can put whatever you want, but this is my little kind of Asian version of the skewer. Fresh ginger I'm putting on, tomatoes, shiitake mushrooms, tofu that I pressed for 12 hours between two hard dinner plates to get all the water out of it, which is the best way to make tofu come out the way that fits the best on the grill. Broccoli, kabocha squash, cabbage. I'm going to put onion on it. And the only thing I'm going to do ahead of time before I put everything on the grill is marinade, and then I'm going to parboil the carrots for just maybe a minute, and then I'm also going to parboil the yams for maybe a minute. So I'm going to drop these in the water right now, then I'm going to skew the skewers, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have my beautiful vegetables here. They're all ready to go. I have parboiled the yams because I want everything to be cookable, evenly cookable, so that I want the tofu to get nice and crispy, but I want to make sure the yams are able to bite through. And I parboiled my carrot. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one raw carrot and one parboiled carrot so I can actually see which one works better for this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to oil the skewer, because, why are we oiling the skewer? Tell us.
To cut down on friction?
To cut down on friction of the vegetables being on there so things don't fall apart. Now, I like to start the skewer with an onion and seal the skewer with an onion, because the onion is just so tough and it kind of holds everything in, and I like to do it with the part that curves up going that way so it sort of holds everything in there. We're making these tofu skewers because we're going to probably most definitely a meat barbecue, and there's some vegans there. So we want to remember not to make the whole thing all vegetables. We want to have a lot of tofu on it. So I put the tofu first, and then I'm just going to go around my little choice of vegetables. I have little mini bell peppers that I got at the Japanese market. It was about 80 cents for 4 of them in a package, which is fantastic. I can't wait to taste them because usually small vegetables are very, very strong. So now I'm going to put a tomato. Okay, and then I'm going to put a kabocha squash, which I chose not to parboil. I'm going to hold this down so I don't poke myself and push it through this way, which I hope it works. And I chose not to parboil the kabocha squash, I don't know, because I'm going to take a thinner piece, because I thought that it will cook evenly on the fire and match the tofu. Okay, so then we're going to go next to a shiitake mushroom, which goes through very nice. I'm going to leave this here, see how it turns out. What I'm doing today is making these ahead of time before my barbecue on my mini barbecue, so I don't get embarrassed bringing a disaster dish to this big party I'm going to. So then I have a shiitake. Now I'm going to put another tofu, so we have a lot of tofu on the skewer. I'm going to seal it with another onion. I'm going to try broccoli, which I don't really know if broccoli's going to work, but I'm going to try it. What I don't want to have happen is to have the broccoli fall off. I really hate, you know what, I might not use broccoli. I'm going to try it. Well, I really hate having things fall off when you're doing skewers, so this one's kind of hard to get on. After we make this, we'll decide which ones are going to work for the party. I have a beautiful piece of sliced ginger. Oh my gosh. I don't know how that's going to work out. I've never taken raw ginger and stuck it on the grill before. Okay, now I'm going to put one more piece of tofu on this chunky skewer. And then I've never tried cabbage on a skewer, but I'm going to try it on this one. See what happens, if it's going to turn out good. A nice big chunk of hard cabbage. I bought one that was already cut so you can see that it's really tight like this. If the cabbage is grown with tons of water, it's all loose and soggy. This is very tight cabbage. Can you see this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then I have a cabbage. I think I have enough tofu on this skewer. And let's see what else I want to put on. A yam that I parboil. Everyone doesn't have to have the same thing either. You know, we don't have to get really OCD-ish about it. But a carrot that and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one carrot that I didn't parboil because I want to see if it works, okay? So here we go. We're going to put one carrot that we didn't parboil. And remember these, this is a test. Actually, I'm going to take the boiled one off because I'm going to cook 3 skewers ahead of time. And I'll let you guys know how it turns out. And this carrot and one more onion will seal this beautiful skewer. Isn't that lovely? There we go. So we'll see how it turns out. Let's put it in the pan, and we're going to start our barbecue. Okay, so now we're about to put the skewers on the grill, and I just bought this. You can go into any Japanese store and buy a barbecue marinade or a ponzu sauce, or you can get shoyu and mirin and olive oil or sesame oil and mix it together. But I chose today, since I'm making this for non-vegan people, to use a traditional tasting barbecue sauce. So I'm going to just marinate the skewers, and I really probably should have done it overnight, but I didn't have time. So I'm just going to put it on there and just see what happens. Okay, now we're going to put this on the grill and let it cook. Okay, here we go. The skewers, ooh, they look good, and they certainly smell good. Do you think they smell good?
Yes, they smell wonderful.
Okay, the skewers have been on for 10 minutes, so now we're going to turn them over. I hope they don't stick. Ooh. Oh, see, now something did fall off.
What was it?
Tofu.
Mm.
We're going to turn them over. Maybe we need different... Oh, I guess you turn them over like this. There we go.
Yeah.
Turn them over with big tongs, or a fork would probably be good. Now some things are falling off. This is the whole reason I wanted to do this test. Okay. They look wonderful. I think what I'm going to do is come back and paint it a little bit with the marinade. What I want to do is just put a little marinade over the top of one side to make it a little bit more moist. You could use a marinade, or you could use olive oil, whatever you think fits. So as you can see, we lost a few things, but we'll just serve it on the plate anyway when they're done. I think I'm going to leave them on, what do you think, 10 more minutes?
Yeah.
This is our little mini barbecue in our little city house, so we don't have a giant barbecue where we're going tonight. I think it's going to have a giant barbecue. I'll try to sneak my phone in so we can show how he's doing it, which I'm sure he's going to have a ton of meat cooking up there. Okay, let's let it cook for 10 more minutes and we'll be right back. Okay, now I'm going to serve this skewer with a tiny bit of white rice for each person because we're going to the party tonight. And what I find with rice and pasta is my little secret is to not make very much. So we don't eat very much. So I'm going to put a little bit of dark sesame oil, just really a pinch. I'm going to take a tiny bit of frozen corn that I have, dump it right in there after the rice is finished, and a tiny bit of leftover frozen peas that I have. And then I don't like to mush things around too much. I like to just slowly stir them. And I'm going to put a tiny bit of beautiful sea salt. And then hold on 1 second. I'm going to get a tiny bit of pepper. And then what I like to do when I'm cooking things is I like to turn the flame up super high for 1 second, cover it up, lock in that heat, shut it off. And then it continues to cook without the threat of burning. Okay, we put the skewers on the grill, and we're serving it with the rice, the simple rice, and then a little bit of butter lettuce heart, and we left them on the grill 10 minutes on each side. They look a little dry to me, so I think we might add a little more oil next time or a little more sauce next time. But I think they're going to be delicious. So you guys give it a try, and then we'll see if they're good. What's that thing? Is that oh, that's an onion?
That's an onion. I want to see the tofu.
How is it? Is it good, Lennon?
Oh, yeah.
tell the viewers what you think. Look into the camera.
Cabbage is rich with flavor.
Is that the tofu?
Mm-hmm.
Delicious?
Really,
Okay. Okay, the tofu skewers turned out really nice. Unfortunately, when we got to the party, which was so much fun, the big cattle grill, it was a huge grill about as big as my couch, like the kind that, you know, the Western people have, and they would not, everything was off the grill, and they wouldn't let us put the tofu skewers on and cook them ourselves, and the cooks were already sitting down, so we were not able to cook them on the grill there. But we had them all week, and they were fantastic. The cabbage turned out good if you can get the really tight cabbage that I talked about, so you can skew it right down the middle. The pieces that were really loose around the edge of the cabbage didn't turn out so great because they fell off. The ginger worked, but beware, it's very, very spicy. But it worked. It definitely worked, and it was delicious. The broccoli worked, but you had to skew it, you know, really down the middle of the stalk so it didn't fall off by the flowers. And the parboiled yams and carrots, I probably parboiled them too long. I think it's good to parboil the yams and carrots, but it's probably better to parboil them really for a minute. I think I did 4 or 5 minutes. And I also didn't care for the yams with that particular mix of vegetables. So that's just my own personal taste. And that's it. The skewers were great, and thanks for watching my channel, and I hope you enjoyed them.